Hello everyone and welcome back. As you remember from yesterday's lesson, we've been practicing working with tens. That means when there's a number in the tens place, but a zero in the ones place. And what we did was we used our 10 frame cards to build both tens and then count all the cards together to find out what our sum or answer to our problem was. For example, in the number sentence 20 plus 30, we can figure out that our sum is 50 by counting 2 tens, which is 10, 20, and then 3 more tens, which is 10, 20, 30, and by counting all the tens together, we get 50. Let's try that. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Today, what we are going to do is we're going to practice a new skill by trying to subtract multiples of 10 in a range from 10 to 90 using concrete models or drawings and strategies based on place value. And how we are going to do this is by completing the following objective. So repeat after me. I will build and take away groups of 10 to solve a subtraction number sentence. Now, just like yesterday, this means that the numbers we will work with are as following: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Notice how I'm counting by tens. Now, in order to subtract our tens, we will be playing a kind of fun card game called Take Away Tens. And Take Away Tens has 3 steps. So let's go on over to our poster. First, we need to build the first number in our number sentence. Step 2, and this is where it's a little different from yesterday's, we need to then take away the second number that we see in the number sentence. And finally, for step 3, we need to count the leftover 10 frame cards. So to complete these 1, 2, 3 steps, what we're going to do is first I'm going to model the procedure. Then we will do one together. Afterwards, you will independently practice taking away tens. So let's get started. So my first step is I need to build the first number in the number sentence. So let's take a look at my number sentence. 70 take away 40 equals a mystery number. So for this I'm actually going to model with concrete examples of 10 frame cards. So I know this is one group of 10. So we can say 10, right? Because I need to build 70. 20, 30, 40, so I have 40 so far, but that's not 70. 50, 60, 70. And I can check by counting how many tens do I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I know that 7 tens equals 70. Now that I've completed step 1 and I've built my first number, it's time for step number 2. And step 2 is I need to take away the second number in the number sentence. So once again, let's take a peek at our number sentence. So I know I built the 70, but I need to take away 40. Looking at my cards, I know that 40 is 4 tens. So what I can do is I can count by tens until I reach 40 as I pull cards away. 10, 20, 30, 40. To double check my work, I'm going to count the cards that I pulled away. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 groups of 10 is 40. So far, I've built that first number and you just saw me take away the second number. Finally, it's time to count the leftover 10 frame cards to find the difference. Pulling these aside, I see there are 3 10 frame cards. And by counting by tens, I can say the difference is 10, 20, 30. To write it all out, I could say the following. 70, the starting amount, right? Minus the amount I took away, 40 equals 30. Because when I took those 4 tens away, I was left with 3 more tens. 10, 20, 30. All right, now that you've seen me complete our 3 steps, it's time for us to build the first number, take away the second number, and count the leftover 10 frame cards to find the difference in a number sentence using tens. To get ready for this, on your Google Classroom, you will have the following. So I'm going to hit escape right here, and I'm going to go on over here to Wednesday, April 1st. And in this, you can see there's a paper labeled Guided Practice. You each have a copy of this. So you're going to click on this, and it will show right on up. And in my Guided Practice, you can see I have my number sentence, the 10 frame cards, and a number pad where I could drag my 10 frame cards to build and take away numbers. So I'm ready for step 1, where I need to build the what number? The first. What is my first number? 90. So we can count 9 tens. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost there, 7, 8, and one more, 9. And I'm going to put the 9 down here because I barely have room. All right, so now let's count by tens to make sure that's 90. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So that was step number 1. It's time for step number 2, which means we have to take away the what number? The second number. Looking back over here, what is our second number? 60. So that means that we need to take away 6 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I took away that second number. And remember, you can always pause the film if you need a little more time practicing dragging those 10 frames. Now, we just took away those 10 frames for our second number. It's time for step 3. And we need to count the leftover 10 frame cards. Putting on your thinking caps. Think. How much is left after we took 60 from 90? How many? Think about counting by tens. I see a lot of people have typed 30 in the box. Let's see if that's right. So I have 1, 2, 3 10s. And if I count by 10, we can see 10, 20, 30. So I'm going to click right here, and you can do this too because it's a text box where you can type in it. And we're going to write 30. The difference is 30. You guys did a really nice job with that. So now, let's see if we can do a quick check. So I'm going to go back to our Unit 7 slides. And this is what we're going to do. So let me hit present. Your job is the following. I'm going to show you a number sentence where the first number is built, and I tell you what number we take away. Your job is to type in the side box what is going to be my difference. So let's try the first one together. I say I have 30, take away 20, and I have 10, 20, 30. So I know this is asking me that I need to take away 20, which is 2 10s. So I'm going to pretend I'm going to cross out that one and cross out that one. And because of that, I think my difference is 10, because 1 10 frame card is left. Let's check our work. It's 10. Let's see now if you can do some without me giving the answer right away. 50 take away 10 equals a mystery number. 40, because once again, if I take away one group of 10, you see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 10 frame cards, which is equivalent to 40. Next one. 70 take away 20. Type your answer in the side. I see a lot of 50s. Let's see if we can prove that work. So I know 20 is 2 groups of 10. So once again, we're going to cover that up. And when I cover that up, I see that I have how many 10 frame cards? 1, that's my pinky counting, 2, 3, 4, 5, which matches right here. What about 60 take away 30? Think about how many 10 frame cards you want to take away. The difference is 30, because once again, I had to take away 1, 2, 3, because 3 10 frame cards is equivalent to 30, and that leaves me with 1, 2, 3 cards left. Let's see. So this one kind of gives you the answer a little bit. What if I had 40 take away 30? What do you see? What's left? 10. Wow, you guys did a really nice job. You may be wondering, why should I know how to subtract groups of 10? Being able to subtract groups of 10 is a very important skill that helps you be able to count back large bills such as $10 bills when you are paying for something. Additionally, being able to subtract by 10 helps you better understand how our hundreds chart is organized, such as everything is going down by 10 as we start from the bottom and go up on our hundreds chart. For example, look, 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. And the same pattern you can see throughout the chart. Thank you so much for watching our lesson. But before I go, let's go over what your job is. So in Google Classroom, on your own, you're going to go to the Google drawing that's labeled Independent Practice. And what you're going to do is you're going to do exactly what you saw me do and what we did together. You're going to build your first number using our 10 frame cards, take those numbers away, and then you're going to count how many 10s or 10 cards you have left and put your answer in 10s. Now these are text boxes, so you can type your answer in each one. When you are finished, you could submit your work for that day. I'm excited to see the results of our lovely mathematical brains at work. Thank you so much.